what is this? I have my room back. And a lot of white. I'm wearing my white gauges and a white shirt with a white background. Did not plan this out well. But, nevertheless, set up. And I did it a little bit better. Now that I had time to redo it, you can't see it from your end. The sheet is, if I want the rolls out, I can iron that out, my backdrop, but otherwise it's a lot neater. I mean, you can't see it, but if you saw the before and you saw the now, it's 10 times better. But let's talk about something today. And we've covered this, we've talked about this multiple times of, Yu-Gi-Oh! Making a digital game and going in different directions. Hearthstone, whatever other Blizzard game is making, and then I think The Witcher is making a card game too, that's digital. But regardless, is Yu-Gi-Oh! One day going to be cardless? Is my topic today. And my voice squeaked when I said that. So yeah, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Going to one day be cardless, just like these games? And I'm not saying that there won't be cards ever, because obviously this game is based on cards, people are still going to go to tournaments, but is there going to be more and more online play eventually if they do make a game, or if something comes out that is what the players want? Will it maybe evolve to a mobile platform and turn into a game that people are just playing on mobile computers, apps, whatever they can get their hands on to play the game? And I'd like to say yes, and I'm going to point out some reasons why. First off, it's a smart strategy. Once again, this is all biased, so if they never do it, whatever. But card games make people social. And if you have learned from anything from today's society and video games, a lot of people like to be social, a lot of people don't like to be. Other people have different terms of being social. A guy might play tons and tons of video games and have tons of friends online, and yes, I'm putting quotes because some people might not determine that being friends or not. I'm not saying one or the other. But people will play with friends online, and they consider that socializing. They play a bunch of games online, they hit up Steam and put on Gary's mod, they do a bunch of shit with like 10 friends online, and that's their day of socializing, or their way of socializing in the game. Back in about my 8th grade year, Halo 3, I mean, every night you got home from school and you log on, like every single kid almost from my school, of about a class of over 360 or something, I don't know if that's big or small compared to where you live. That was big in my area. 360 students, whatever guys in there, plus other grades, grade above, grade below, everybody's on Halo 3. Like, we would have, like, 20 custom games going on that you could switch between into, and it was crazy. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I kind of miss those days, actually. But nobody really, I mean, not nobody. Obviously, you socialize. I played soccer, I socialized, but, like, a lot of people, you go home from school, and it's like, dude, let's go play this infection map I made on Halo 3 last night, and it was crazy. And it was a good time. So there's a lot of people with that aspect that are those type of people that could connect to the card game, that would like to play it more competitively and socialize with friends and play, but might not necessarily want to go out in the real world and play with people. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everybody is so social first to first person. And I'd actually say a lot of you people aren't that go and play the card games. Not all, there's a lot of friendly people at tournaments, but there's a lot of socially awkward people at tournaments, and that's okay. I'm just saying that can attract more people. And with attracting more people, that means it's good for the market. And obviously, you see the market right now for online card games. It is booming. It is going crazy. Hearthstone is still huge. There's still more things going out, and it's actually, there's a niche that people are going for, and if Konami, for some reason, did decide to make a game, it is definitely going to take probably more priority over printing out cards. Not saying that they won't, because they definitely probably still would, but the majority of the player base would probably become digital with that being done. Now, I guess I just said a lot of words lately, and I'm not calling you stupid if you don't follow. I'm just saying I was rambling. So, with that, let's get on to the next reason. The next reason is transactions. They could probably lower the price of packs if they wanted to make it freemium, just probably like what they would, but not necessarily your normal packs, probably more like there are a lot of cards to your access. You can unlock cards just like everybody else for free in an easier way, and probably cosmetic items would cost money. But if you wanted a little boost, like in Halo, for example, I kind of like their freemium system. You can earn every piece of armor in the game, weapon skin, everything. You just got to play a lot of the game. Or, if you want the shortcut, you can play and you can unlock armors and stuff like that and get them quicker. Now, if you do that in a card game, there's better cards and stuff, so you can't do that exactly, but maybe they would have a way that'd be like, oh, you get, or ultimate rares, or when you play the game, the card's more shiny or something. And that would attract more players to want to play. And also maybe have tier unlock, so you play in certain ranked leagues, and then you go and through, and then you unlock more cards to entice the player to play, almost like an RPG system. So like you're in this rank setting, and you play these cards ranked. When you rank up, you get access to a whole new tier cards along with the ones you already have access, and you play in this new ranked tier to entice the player to go, and you keep ranking up to unlock more cards. It's kind of an RPG system. I've seen other things similar like it, so that could be a reason that would make people want to play, because in Yu-Gi-Oh! You go buy a deck, $200, whatever. This you could play for somewhat free, whatever, maybe they might make you pay the game for $2 or whatever, and then you can play your way, and a lot of people like that RPG progression system. The reason multiplayer games like video games, Call of Duty and stuff like that, are so successful is player customization, unlocks, rapidly unlocking things quickly and crazily. So if they did the same thing for a card game, there are a lot of people that might be able to attach themselves to that system. And finally, the last one, which I've already covered in these three, is that we're in a digital world now. Card games are fun and they are social, but there might come to a day where you can still play Yu-Gi-Oh! But it will be digital, and when you go to tournaments, it'll be between two friends on a digital pad. You have to take a tablet or a laptop with you, and you play against each other right there, laptop to laptop, just like going to a LAN party for a game tournament like League of Legends or something like that, where they have the teams, and you see the big screen. It'd be easier, too, for streaming them for fans online, and also for just the general audience of people, if the game blew up even more, that you could see individual games if you just want to watch. You don't have to just go over watch this on a table. You could bring up your laptop and see 10 games going on right there, because you could connect the computers or tabs and have them all streaming for the player base to watch. And I feel like that'd be a really cool way to do tournaments, just like in video games and stuff like that. Now, obviously, this is all speculation and just me talking. It's not speculation at all. It's more me hypothesizing would be the word. But think about just for a second how sports have come, like League, StarCraft. You don't really hear about StarCraft anymore, but I bet it's still going on in Korea. And other tournament games is just everybody's watching, they get crazy crowds, and they have cameras for individual people, and you watch them. You did the same with Yu-Gi-Oh!, especially for high-end tournaments. You say you got like 5 or 6, not 5 or 6, that'd be an odd number, like the top 8 or whatever duels going on. You can watch them all simultaneously and see what's going on right there on the game. It'd be really crazy, and you could also make it so nobody can see their hands, so it'd be really hard to cheat, because it'd block it out in the stream. But those are my opinions, of course. Let me know down below. What do you think? What do you think about this game? Do you think it will happen? Do you think this will convert into a digital realm? Or will it be half and half? Or will Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably still be Yu-Gi-Oh! For the way it goes? Cards, whatever, dual disc. Dual me on my dual disc. They should if you make dual disc thing, that'll definitely happen. Yu-Gi-Oh! Will stay a card game if you make dual disc happen, so think about that. Or VR. VR would be a good one too. But let me know down below. Thoughts. Strategies, as in what do you think, and other ways that it might go down. This is the end of the video now.
Damn.